So today we're going to do a Bowser inspired makeup look, and this is the color palette that I'm looking at to do. I'm going to be using the UCANBE Exotic Flavors palette because it had the perfect shades. So first going in with P. Louise. This is an eyeshadow primer. You're going to cover the entire lid space and all the way up to the brow bone. You could even do a little of the inner corner and underneath the eye. And to start, I'm going into this color right here. I used a small packing brush. This is a fluffy packing brush from BK Beauty. It's the 209. And I went ahead and put that mustardy yellow all the way up to about half of my eye. And I went underneath a little bit too. Now with a bigger packing fluffy brush, this is the BK 203. I'm going to go into this orangey color right here. And now I went ahead and filled the other half of my lid with that orangey color. But you start to blend the two together so that they almost create like between a yellow and an orange. And you can go back and forth between the yellow and the orange, dipping in to create that gradient. Don't put the orange on the bottom. Then with a small fluffy brush, this is the BK 211, I went ahead and buffed out the edge. So you can see this is a harsh edge and this one is softer. So I took my time and buffed that out, and I even went into here. It's okay if a little bit of orange goes on the top. And then if you have to add more pigment to make it darker again, that's okay. You can always add, but you can't take away. Now with a BK 209 brush, it's a small fluffy brush. I'm going to go into this deep red shade. And I went ahead and packed this on the very outer corner of my eye. And back in with my small fluffy brush, you can see I went ahead and lightly, now if you hold on the end of the brush, you won't have as much pressure, but I went ahead and lightly buffed that out, and then I also meshed those two colors together. Just be careful, don't go in too far. And then remember, you can always keep a towel. You can go ahead and rub off the excess and just keep doing that. Now I'm going to go in with a small pencil brush. This is a BK 210, and I'm going to go into this green right here. And so now you can see, instead of repeating what was on the top, I put the green on the outer part, trying to keep it as close to my lash line, and then I brought it into the yellow and kind of buff it out to here. Now green and red are opposite, so if you blend them into each other, it's going to kind of create like a brown color, so that's okay if they mesh into each other just a little bit. And then I cleaned off my pencil brush with my towel, so there's nothing on there. And then I'm just gonna try and blend the yellow and the green into each other. And now we have incorporated all of the colors. Now I'm gonna go in with a black gel liner, and I'm gonna put it in my top and my bottom waterline. This is ColourPop's black in the color Swerve. Now I'm also going to go in the corner and bring it out a little bit like a wing. And I'm going to go on the top of my lash line, keeping it as close to the lash line as I can. And then you can go in with a pencil brush and kind of smoke that out. Don't want to smoke this part too much. And if you struggle with a little wing, you can always go in with micellar water or concealer and clean that up. And I took a liquid liner and made a little bit of a wing on the inner part. And now I'm going to do lashes and my lip, and I'll be right back. Went ahead and put on my Tartelette tubing mascara. And now I'm going to go in with Lilly Lashes. And hello, wild child. That's totally Bowser. And then to finish the look, I went in with this Morphe lip pencil. This is in the color Wild Side. It's the perfect orangey red. What do you guys think?